Hello and welcome. I'm Brad Kubin, Editorial Director of Metal Forming Magazine at the Precision Metal Forming Association, and this is our Before the Floor segment, highlighting FABTECH 2023 exhibitors as we head toward the show in Chicago in September. So I'm here today with John Hoff. John is a fluid reduction specialist and is president of Impact Fluids. We're going to gain from John his perspective on the state of the metal forming industry and learn about any new developments at Impact Fluids, and of course specifically talk about what's on tap for Impact Fluids at FABTECH this year. So welcome, John.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
We're going to jump right into this. Tell us a little bit about Impact Fluids and how you've, I guess, recently adapted your offerings to stampers in light of any current market conditions that you're seeing out there.
Yeah, we've been in business for a long time, but over the last 20 years, there's been obviously a large attention by stampers to reduce costs. It's a very competitive market, so we've seen even down to the pennies or the micro pennies that people look to reduce costs. So we've never approached the market as a typical fluid supplier where fluids is presented first. We've always come at a fluid savings first and tried to help people look at how they're using the fluid from when it comes in to when it leaves the facility in a waste truck. So over the last decade, we've worked hard to really formalize our approach to that by coming together with or developing techniques and processes for customers to be able to actually go through a formal fluid reduction process. We call it a fluid life cycle analysis. And that analyzes that whole process. And then we come up with a reduction plan. So we've been doing it for years, but the answer to your question is we've really just formalized what we do now and presented it to the market as a way to really focus on cost reduction and waste.
Excellent. So how will you discuss that or address that during FABTECH when people come to your booth at the show?
Our booth, you're not going to find it again as a typical approach to fluids. It's going to be more consultative. We will be presenting multiple things. One will be the fluid life cycle analysis. We'll be able to walk people through what that process is, show a typical fluid reduction plants, show some success stories where this has actually shown some improvement. We will have some of our equipment there because equipment is part of the process. I think we're have a very strong relationship with some manufacturers, Unis and others, that are focused specifically on reducing fluid usage. So we'll have some of that equipment there. We'll also have some of our fluids there because we are still a fluid company, even though we focus on fluid savings. The goal is to earn our customers' business through fluid reduction. So we'll have several new products we'll be introducing there.
Excellent. Yeah, so that leads to the next question is talk about some of the recent new product developments or enhancements that you're making available to your customers, to metal stampers, that will help them improve, I guess, in all these areas, productivity, quality, and safety as well.
Well, I think the biggest thing that's going to impact that is the before mentioned fluid life cycle analysis. That is a proprietary, unique approach. So with regard to cost savings and safety, we're basically going to help customers clean up their press floors, get it off the floor, get it off the parts, get it so that fluid isn't such an impact on their environment. We also have several new fluid products that we're going to be introducing to the market. One is our 622 Curtis 622 synthetic. It's a new product for us that has been very successful in doing very broad amounts of stamping, but most importantly, it's helping in downstream issues with welding, cleaning. You don't have to clean the part, before you weld, don't have to clean it before you ship to your customer. So it's just a very clean product. Something that's new to us is, we're a FABTECH fluids distributor. So we'll be introducing the FT400, which is an automotive approved product. That's going to help people's productivity in the sense that they know that it's approved. by most of the major OEM manufacturers. And then we'll also be introducing some equipment, some controls technology, some from Unis, to be able to show how you can automate the process of fluid control.
Wow, sounds like a lot on display at your booth.
Yeah,
You're going to
we're
be
trying.
busy.
Yeah.
Very good. So last question, John. So what's important in your mind for stampers to know and understand about the history of impact fluids, the history behind it, and I guess more importantly, the industry knowledge and expertise that y'all can provide?
Yeah, I think the thing to know is most people aren't going to know the impact fluids name. It's a year old. So we want to make sure people understand that it's a merger of three companies: Great Lakes Industrial, which is a fluid distribution business, been in business for 35 years. Curtis Fluids, which is a fluid manufacturer, been in business for over 40 years. And AMS, which is a equipment distributor, so fluid reduction equipment distributor. And we've been in business there for 30 years. We merged those three businesses. Each one had their own unique expertise, if you will. The fluids was Curtis Fluid. I mean, incredibly long amount of time, knowledge, et cetera, in the fluids industry. Great Lakes was service part of our business, where a lot of experience in how to service customers and bring that level up. And then the equipment was also where our expertise was developed in fluid reduction, where we spent most companies that are fluid companies don't have that breadth of knowledge. They have exceptional knowledge in their fluids. Where we expand it is we know we have expertise in not just the fluids, but service and, most importantly, equipment and other techniques of how to save fluid usage.
Very good. Excellent. All right. Well, John, thank you so much for joining us today. It's always great to see you, and nice to hear about all the exciting developments going on at the Impact Fluids. Please be sure to stop by and see John at the Impact Fluids booth at FABTECH. That is D41056. We'll see you in Chicago.
Thank you.